Hey everybody, welcome to Icewater Yoga. My name is Joe Pace. Today's class is a complete flow class. And so we're going to warm the body completely. We're going to do a full standing series. We're going to do some inversions, some arm balances, some twists, forwards, folds, back bends. We're going to cover pretty much all the bases and hopefully you enjoy it. You'll notice there will be a pretty extended warm-up with this flow. We'll do a lot of sun salutations and a little bit of breathing exercises up front. So it will most likely be a little bit of a longer class, but one that you can really touch every part of your body in all of the ways that we do in a physical flow, hatha, otherwise known yoga class. So we'll start in standing with palms face forward, mountain pose. So feet are hips width distance, toes face straight forward, arms comfortably at your sides, and again, palms facing towards the front of your space. Eyes will come to a close. And so from here, we're just going to settle into the breath. One aspect of our flow yoga principles and really what we want to approach every yoga class with is a breath first approach. And so we'll link breath with movement as we flow. And with any pose that we hold today, we'll hold for 5 deep breaths. And so right now, we'll just, with complete stillness and calmness, get a sense for how long 5 breaths is. So you'll narrow the base of your throat. And almost like you were whispering or fogging up a glass mirror in front of you, make your breath audible. And you can start counting your breaths. Okay, that was 5 breaths for me. We're going to try to hold our standing poses and all other poses for as long as that. But before we do that, we'll blink our eyes open. We'll move through some sun salutations to warm up the body. On an inhale, the arms will rise. Exhale, chest leading. Bend your knees to start here. Forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Just feeling things out, place your hands on the mat, step your right foot back, right knee down to the mat. So nice and easy. Inhale, 1 breath in, arms will rise. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back to meet your right for plank pose. Inhale here deeply. Exhale, lower your knees to the mat, chest between hands, chin right in front of your chest. Inhale, scoop it forward for cobra pose. Exhale, lower, press it back, downward facing dog. We'll be here for just 3 breaths. Feel it out, hands, shoulders width. On an inhale, please bend your knees deeply, big toes come to touch. Exhale, right foot forward, left knee down. Top of left foot comes to the mat. Inhale, rise for your low lunge. Exhale, plant your hands forward, step your left foot to meet the right. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, knees bent any degree. Inhale, arms rise to stand. Exhale, arms by your sides. Let's repeat that. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, chest leading, forward fold, nice and slow. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. This time it's left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back to meet the left. Lower the knees, chest between hands, chin to the mat. Scoop it forward for cobra on an inhale. Exhale, lower, press it back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Let the knees come to a bend if you need it. Walk the hands away from the feet if you need a little bit of length to loosen up the pose. Wherever you are, stay deep in your breath, counting 3 complete cycles. From here on an inhale, please bend your knees deeply. Exhale, step your left foot forward, right knee down, top of right foot to the mat. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, plant hands, step your right foot to meet the left. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, knees bending, forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms from the sides. Exhale, arms to the sides, palms face forward. Again, this is sun salutation C. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold, chest leading. Inhale, half lift, knees maybe straightening a little bit. Plant the hands, step the right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, arms will rise, hip points lifting high. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back to meet the right. From here, lower the knees, chest between the hands, chin to the mat. Scoop it forward for cobra. Exhale, lower. Press it back, downward facing dog. A few breaths here. More specifically, 3 breaths. From here, bend knees deeply, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot meets the right. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, keep the long spine in your forward fold. Inhale, arms rise from the side. Exhale, arms by your sides, palms face forward. Inhale again, arms will rise. Exhale, chest leading, forward folds. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, arms rise for low lunge. Exhale, plant hands forward, step the right foot back to meet the left. Plank pose. From here, lower the knees, lower the chest and chin. Scoop forward for cobra. Exhale, lower, press it back. Downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths here. On an inhale, knees bent. Exhale, left foot steps forward, right knee down to the mat. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot to meet the left, nice and slow, in control. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, all the way to standing, arms come overhead. Exhale, arms by your sides. Okay, so that's sun salutation C. Let's take sun salutation A to continue warming up. Inhale, arms will rise. Exhale, chest leading, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it or hop it back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower through chaturanga. Upward facing dog. You can also take cobra. 1 inhale here. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Take your time. We'll take 2 breaths here. On your next inhale, bend your knees deeply, look forward. Exhale, step or lightly hop to the front of your space. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Arms will come overhead. Maybe take a gentle back bend. Arms by your sides. Exhale. Inhale, arms rise. Lean it back. Exhale, chest leading, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, step or hop it back to plank pose. Deep inhale here. Exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or down or cobra pose. Coming back, downward facing dog, 2 breaths here. Maybe the knees straighten a little bit more. Maybe the heels are closer to the mat. On an inhale, bend your knees deeply, look forward. Exhale, step or hop lightly to the front of your space. Inhale for a half lift, long spine. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, arms rise all the way to stand. Exhale, arms by your sides. Continuing to warm up. Inhale, arms will rise. Maybe lean it back slightly. Take all of that length forward into your forward folds. Inhale, half lift in rhythm. Exhale, plant hands, step or hop it back to plank. Deep inhale here. Exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Feel the sternum rising to the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Feet together. Inhale, bend knees deeply. Exhale, step or hop lightly to the front of your space. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, rise to stand. Arms will come overhead, maybe a gentle back bend. Exhale, arms by your sides. Inhale again, arms will rise. Sun salutation A, warming the body. Exhale, chest leading, hips will draw back, forward folds. Inhale, lengthen to the spine. Exhale, plant hands, step or hop to plank pose. Deep inhale here. Exhale, lower through chaturanga, shoulders stay above the elbows. Upward facing dog on your inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale back, downward facing dog, take a few deep breaths here. Bend knees deeply, look forward, inhale. Exhale, step or hop lightly. Inhale, half lift. Exhale into your forward folds. Inhale, rise to stand, arms will come overhead, maybe a gentle back bend. Exhale, arms by your sides. Last sun A here, continue with the pace. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, step it or hop it back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Chest draws through the arms. Exhale back, downward facing dog, a few breaths. On an inhale, bend your knees deeply, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the front of your space. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chest leading, arms will rise, maybe a gentle back bend. Exhale, arms by your sides. All right, 2/3 done with the warm-up. Sun salutation B, we'll take a few of these, continuing to warm the body, continuing to establish our breath, and linking it with our movements. On an inhale, we'll sit back into the heels, chair pose. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, step it or hop it back, plank. Rock it forward. Always option to take the knees to the mat, lower down. Upward facing dog. Back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg will lift.
Exhale, right knee to nose, dome the upper back. Step the right foot forward, setting up for high lunge. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, plant hands. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Rock it forward. Lower on your exhale. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to nose. Step it through. Inhale for high lunge. Arms will rise. Exhale, plant hands. Left foot will meet right. Rock it forward. Exhale, lower through chaturanga or skip it. Upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, bend your knees deeply. Exhale, step or hop to the front of your space. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chest leading, arms will rise from the sides. Reach up, chest lifting. Exhale, arms by your sides. Inhale, chair pose, please. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, step or hop it back to plank. Rock it forward on an inhale. Exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to nose. Step the right foot through. Drop your back heel, heel to heel alignment. Warrior one. Rise, inhale. Exhale, plant hands. Step it back. Plank pose. Lower on your exhale. Lift on your inhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to nose. Step it through. Drop the back heel. Rise up, warrior one. Exhale, plant hands. Step it back through plank. Rock it forward, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Always the option to skip chaturangas. Come straight to downward facing dog. Always the option to hit pause. Take child's pose. Come back when you're ready. Inhale, bend knees deeply, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the front of your space. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Big toes come to touch, heels slightly apart. Rise to chair. Inhale. Exhale, standing with the arms by your sides. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plant hands, step or hop it back. Plank pose. Lower down, exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot steps through. Drop the back heel. Front heel in line with the middle arch of your back foot. Windmill it open to warrior two. One deep inhale here. Exhale, windmill it back down. Step the right foot back. Inhale, rock it forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot forward, step it through, drop the back heel. Heel to arch alignment, rise up, warrior two. One deep inhale here. Exhale, windmill the arms, plant it down, left foot back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower or skip it. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reconnect with your breath. Stay deep with your inhales, in and out the nose. Continuing to move. Inhale, bend the knees deeply, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the front of your space. Inhale for a half lift, long and strong back. Exhale, forward fold. Big toes to touch, rise to chair, inhale. Exhale, stand, palms by your sides. All right, so we're warm, most likely. Let's move into a little bit of a standing series. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, rise to chair pose. Just one little warm up here. Exhale, stand. From here, step the left foot back. Feet are hips width distance. We're going to come into just a high lunge here. So set it up, feet are hips width. Draw your back foot back as much as you'd like, as long as you can keep the hip points lifted, tailbone drawing straight down. Find your place in the pose. Maybe hands stay at the hips. Maybe the arms rise. Maybe the gaze comes up to the hands. We're here for 5 deep breaths. That was 5 for me. Hands come back to the hips. Left foot steps forward. Right foot steps back, keeping it incredibly simple. Hip points lift. Sink into the back knee. Keep it bent if you need. As long as the hip points are lifted, you're all good. Tailbone draws straight down. We begin our count of 5 breaths. Hands back to hips. Reach your 5th breath. Right foot steps forward. Let's take one chair pose just to sit it in. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Take one deep inhale here. One deep exhale. Inhale, rise. Back to chair. Exhale, twist left. Inhale here. Deep exhale. Inhale, back to center. From here, left foot steps back, drop the back heel, setting up for warrior 2. Front heel in line with the middle arch of the back foot, front knee right over front ankle. Chest hovering right over your hips, arms reach out to the sides, or you can keep the hands at the hips. When you feel set in the pose, spin the upper thighs energetically away from one another, so wrap them back. 5 breaths here. That was 5 for me. Step it forward, chair pose. Step the right foot back, drop the back heel, setting up for warrior 2 on the other side. Front heel in line with the middle arch of the back foot. Find a comfortable distance between the feet. You can always bring the feet closer to one another. Something you can sustain and control for 5 breaths, but find an edge. Play with that edge for 5. Hands back to the hips. Right foot meets the left at the front of your space. Chair pose. Exhale, prayer twist right. Deep inhale here. Draw the tailbone back, crown of the head forward. Exhale, fully and completely empty the lungs. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, prayer twist left. So don't torque so deep into it. Deep inhale, tailbone straight back, crown of head forward. Exhale completely. Inhale back to center. Exhale, stand. From here, we step the left foot back, drop the back heel, so we have heel to heel alignment, hips and chest square to the front left corner of the mat, so drawing all the energy toward that front left corner. Arms will rise. Warrior one, maybe the front knee is over the front ankle. We bring the hands to touch overhead, reaching the fingers towards the ceiling for 5. Hands back to hips. Step the left foot to meet the right. Right foot steps back. We have heel to heel alignment. Set it up. Hands stay at the hips. Hips squaring towards the front right corner, as is the chest. Arms will rise. Maybe the hands come to touch overhead. Maybe you're just reaching the arms at shoulder's width. Front knee staying right over your front ankle. Tailbone draws straight down to the floor for 5. Hands to the hips, right foot to meet the left. Chair pose. Take a moment, take a deep breath. Find the steadiness in this pose. If you're shaking, you can always stand, always take a break. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, prayer twist right. Full deep inhale here, turning the chest to the right. Full exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale here. Full exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, stand. Triangle pose. We'll step the left foot back. We have about a leg's distance, the length of one of our legs between our feet. Okay, so that's roughly where you should be. If you feel as though a longer stance might feel better, shorter stance might feel better, always adjust from there. From here, we take the left hip straight back. You'll feel the front right thigh start to open. Right hand draws straight up and away from you. Okay, so this is the setup for triangle. From here, we drop the right hand inside the right leg. Maybe the left hand stays on the hip. Maybe it comes to the ceiling. Maybe you draw the crown of the head up and forward as you press away through the left hip for 5. Supporting the pose with the left side of your body. Come back where you came from. Use the strength of the left side. Left foot steps forward. Right foot steps back. One leg's distance between the feet. Front heel in line with the middle of the arch of your back foot. Right hip draws back. Left hand draws up and forward. Get length in the left side of your body. Left hand drops inside left leg. Right hand to the ceiling. Lengthen the pose as you draw the crown of the head up and forward and the right hip back for 5. You can be looking down to the side or up to your right hand. Pull yourself out of the pose. Right foot steps forward. Chair pose. Probably knew that was coming at this point. Arms will rise. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, lengthen to the spine. Draw the tailbone straight down to the floor. Exhale, twist to the right. Deep inhale here. Deep exhale here. Back through center. Exhale, twist left. Deep inhale here. Deep exhale. Back to center, arms rise. Exhale, stand. Extended side angle. We'll step the left foot back. We'll come into a warrior two leg setup, and we'll do the top of the triangle pose. So top half is triangle, bottom half is warrior two. We extend the left hip back, right hand up and forward, just like our triangle. Right forearm comes to right quad, left hand up overhead or over the left ear. Always the option to keep the length of the pose drawing up in this way. Maybe the right hand comes down to the floor or a block. Breathe here for 5. Soften the expression on your face. Pull yourself up out of the pose, press into the front leg, warrior two. Left foot meets the right at the front of your space. Switch sides, right foot steps back. Set up warrior two in the legs. Set up triangle in the upper body. So now right hip draws back slightly. Left hand up and forward. Left forearm, left quad. That's where we start. Right hand overhead or over the right ear. Maybe the left hand comes to a block or the floor on the inside edge of your left ankle. For 5. Reaching out your right fingertips, pressing away through the right foot. Pull yourself out of the pose, press into the left leg. Warrior two. Step it forward, chair pose. Evening off both sides, continuing to add twists. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Deep inhale here. Deep exhale. Back through center. Exhale, prayer twist left. Inhale here, fill the lungs. Exhale completely. Inhale back through center. Exhale, stand. Okay. Warrior three. We'll take the left foot forward first, right foot back. And we'll start right here. So we're going to be in a tall standing position, arms by the sides, palms face forward, lift through the chest. From here, we shift the sternum up and forward, come onto the tiptoes of the back foot. Lean forward, maybe the back foot leaves the floor. From here, find your pose as you hinge forward, right hip squaring with the floor so it's even with the left hip. Breathe deep here. Find the extent of your pose for 5. Lift through the chest, come back where you came from, right foot back down. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. We'll stick the other side. Left foot steps back, come onto the ball of the left foot. Lift through the chest, palms face forward, leaning into this new side. Rock the weight forward, come to the tiptoes of the left foot. Find the balance in the right foot. Keep the left hip square with the right hip. Hinge forward. Warrior three. Right hamstring telling you where to stop for 5. Lifting through the chest, come back where you came from. Stepping to the front of your space, hands to the hips for chair pose. Inhale, hands heart center. Exhale, twist to the right. Deep inhale here. Deep exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Deep inhale here. Deep exhale. Back through center, arms rise. Exhale, standing. Step it open, wide-legged stance. We'll take the hands to the hips. We're going to take a nice, easy forward fold here. So with the hands at the hips, inhale, chest lifts. Elbows draw back and towards each other. Exhale, take length into your forward fold. Find a place where it feels positive for your back body. Hands to blocks or to the floor. Maybe grab your big toes with your index and middle finger. Lift the chest forward as you draw the tailbone straight back wherever you are. And then maybe forward fold, pulling into your feet or just drawing the chest closer to the floor. 5 deep breaths. Plant the hands underneath your chest, lengthen your spine forward. Right palm will square down and press down underneath the right shoulder. You have the option of taking your right hand to your right foot or to your left foot as well to twist open to the left. If you're not feeling that right hand to left foot thing, just take the left hand out by your side and then twist open as much as you can while keeping your right hip lifted for 5. Tailbone drawing straight back, crown of head forward, lengthen the spine. Plant your left hand back down. Right hand will come to the sky as you reach it out to your right and then roll it open. Left hip lifting in line with your right hip for 5. Right hand back down, hands back to the hips, lift up through the chest. All right, from here, we'll bring the big toe to touch and we'll sit it down. We're gonna take 1 crow pose for 5 deep breaths. So you have options here. I'll actually do it from the side so you can see. We'll take hands to the mat, shoulders width, elbows in towards each other, hips width, or shoulders width, either way, same thing. And then from here, rock your weight forward, bring a bend into your elbows. Maybe you keep the feet on the mat with your knees against the triceps. Maybe you lift up into the full arm balance for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Set the feet down. Press it up to standing. Arms will rise. Exhale, arms by the sides. From here, step your left foot back. We're setting up heel to heel alignment or a little bit wider. You can customize for yourself. Right hand comes to right hip. Left hand reaches up and tall. On your inhale, lift, maybe take a gentle back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Left hand reaching forward as your right hip draws back. Left hand to a block underneath your left shoulder. Or left hand to the floor. Keep drawing your right hip back. Okay, from here, options. Stay here, maybe come to fingertips. Always the option to have a hand on a block. Maybe your left hand comes to your right ankle. Maybe your left hand comes across the right foot. Roll your chest open to the right. Right arm up towards the ceiling. 5 deep breaths. Press down through the big toe of your right foot. coming back where you came from. Right hand, right hip. Left hand underneath left shoulder. Fingertips lift up through the left hand, rise. Both hands to hips, left foot steps forward, we switch sides. Right foot steps back. Heel to heel alignment are a little wider. Left hand stays on the left hip, right arm rises. Inhale, maybe a gentle back bend. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Forward fold, left hip draws back. Right hand to a block. The floor. Chest lifting up and forward as your left hip draws back. Press down through the big toe of the left foot. Hand to a block. Ankle. Across. Lift through your chest. Crown of the head forward. Tailbone and left hip draw back. Maybe left hand up for 5. Back where we came from, left hand, left hip. Right hand back underneath the right shoulder. Right hand lifts up as you lift through the chest, back where we came. Right hand, right hip, step the right foot forward. Okay. Last little standing bit here. Hopefully you're feeling pretty warm. From here, we're going to take the left foot back and setting up like we did for Warrior 3. Now we're going to try a little bit of a transition here from Warrior 3 to Half Moon, back to Warrior 3 to Revolved Half Moon. Okay? Take your time. From here, back to Warrior 3 the way we came in the first time. Lift through the chest. Leading with the chest forward, come into your full Warrior 3 pose. Find your balance. One deep inhale here. Exhale, right hand underneath the right shoulder. So it's maybe a little bit out in front of the right foot and a little to the right of the right foot. Spin the chest open, left hand to left hip. Maybe the left hand comes to the ceiling for 5. 4. Hand on block is okay. 2. And 1. Come back where you came from. Warrior 3, a little wobbly maybe. And then exhale, left hand underneath left shoulder, right hand, right hip. So right back where we were before in that revolved triangle pose. From here, spin your chest open to the right. Maybe the right hand rises towards the ceiling out to your right for 5. Right hand back to right hip. Let's take the right hand to the floor or both hands on blocks here, bending into the left knee. We're just going to take a standing split. You can always straighten through both knees, but you have the option to bend both knees as well. Just find a nice stretch in the right hamstring. Dip the head low. Maybe grab the ankle, the right ankle with the right hand. Maybe grab it with the left hand as well. Deepen into your forward fold for 5. Plant your hands down. Left foot comes down to meet the right. Rise up to standing, arms overhead. Exhale, arms by your sides. So we have a second side. Let's take it. Right foot steps back, setting up for our Warrior 3, palms face forward. Inhale, lift through the chest, rock it forward, Warrior 3. So you're just finding a nice balancing point for the Warrior 3, toes face forward, right hip square to the mat. Left hand comes down to the floor or a block. A little bit forward of the left foot, a little bit to the left of it. Right leg lifting, square the chest with the right side of your mat. Right hand rises. Take 5 deep breaths here. Back to warrior three, right hand, right hip. Left hand, left hip. Right hand underneath right shoulder. Left hand to left hip. Maybe you take it out to the left. Rotate the chest open to the left. 5 deep breaths. Gently come back where you came from, both hands to the floor. Maybe both knees bent. Maybe both knees straight for your standing split. Left hand to the left ankle, maybe. Right hand to the left ankle, maybe. Ooh. That could be a big maybe. Wherever you feel sturdy and balanced. Today I'm not really feeling both hands to the left ankle, so I'm going to take my right hand out to the side for 5. 4. 3. 2. Last breath. Bending back in, right foot to meet the left. Inhale, rise to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, arms by your sides. Sitting all the way down to the mat. Rolling down into our boat pose. All right, so hands behind the knees, legs lift through your chest, elbows draw down to the floor. Maybe arms by the sides of the legs. Maybe the legs lift. Maybe your arms come overhead for full boat. For 5. 4. 3. 2. Last breath. Hands to the back of knees, back where we came from. From here, we're going to come back into boat, but we're going to rock it back into half boat. So take the hands behind the knees, arms by sides of the legs, lower down to half boat, chest lifting, palms towards the ceiling. Find your breath for 5. 4, shoulder blades off the mat, feet off the mat. 3. 2. Complete the last breath. Back to boat. Plant the feet in front of you, hug it in. From here, we'll roll onto our backs and take the right ankle over the left knee for figure 4 pose. We can grab right knee with right hand, left knee with left hand, making sure your right toes are flexing towards your right knee to protect your right knee. Hug it in, feel a deep stretch in the right hip. Just 5 breaths here. Gently release. We'll switch sides. Left ankle crosses over right. Flex left toes to left knee. Hug it in. I like to hold my right knee with my right hand, my left knee with my left hand, as I gently draw my left knee away from me and right knee in towards me, keeping my sacrum, the lowest part of my spine, pressed against the mat. Breathing here for 5. Gently release. Take soles of feet to the mat, rock it back and forth. Just one time coming to seated, we're going to take Arta Matsyandrasana, half Lord of the Fishes pose. So we'll take the right leg out in front of us, left knee bent and left foot towards our body.
We can stay here. We can cross the left foot over the right leg. We can take the right leg underneath us. Those are all options. You should make sure that wherever you are, both of your sit bones are planted firmly in the mat. Wherever you are with your legs, you have the option of taking the right elbow or the inside of the right elbow across the left knee, or the elbow across the left knee. Either way, lift through the chest, left hand comes behind your back, breathing here for 5. Gently release. We'll switch legs. Whatever you took on the first side may not be right for this side. So figure out what's most appropriate to you. Lift through the chest, elbow across, whether it's the front of the elbow or the back of it. Lift through the chest, twist it open to the right. 5 deep breaths. Come back through center. Unwrap your legs. Both legs will draw out in front of you. We'll take Pashimo Tanasana, just a seated forward fold. Dandasana first, staff pose, hands underneath the shoulders, lift through the chest, engage the quads. If you have a strap, you may want to use the strap, wrap it around your feet, grab both sides with both hands. Otherwise, lift through the chest, maybe grab your feet, maybe just grab your shins or your calves. Lifting through the chest, draw forward, thinking chest to toes more than nose to knees. Maybe take it all the way forward into the forward flexion of the spine, drawing the head, crown of the head towards the feet. 5 deep breaths here. Roll it back up to seated. Take a gentle twist open to the left. Back through center. Over to the right. Center. From here, we'll roll it back all the way onto our backs. Couple back bends here. Heels towards your butt. We have knees over ankles, pressing the elbows into the mat. From here, keeping your knees hovering right over the ankles, lift through the hips, bridge pose. 5 deep breaths. Fill your belly, press into your shoulders and your heels. Gently release on your last exhale. Option for another bridge pose or wheel pose. If you're taking wheel, hands outside your ears, fingers face down towards your body, elbows in line with one another, lift your hips like bridge. If you're taking bridge, go ahead, take it. Otherwise, press it up to wheel. 5 deep breaths here. Slowly lower. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Roll your uppermost vertebrae to your lowest all the way down. Okay. From here, we're going to take a nice, easy shoulder stand. So if you have any history of neck problems, please skip this one. Take any other pose, whatever you need in your body. Maybe just a happy baby. Grab the insides of your feet. Hug the knees in towards the ground. Pull the feet. Other option is to keep the knees bent. We're going to rock it up to catch our butt in our hands. Keep the knees bent, please. If this feels like too much on your neck, please come out.
Otherwise, with your elbows firmly planted into the mat and in line with your shoulders, hands firmly pressing into your low back, you have the option to sit your butt into your hands and then extend the legs tall. If you have full shoulders, don't look left or right like I just did. Stay looking at your feet. Lift through the hips. Maybe you have the full shoulder stand in your practice. Prop shoulder stand. We have the hands to the low back, supporting the pose. Wherever you are, take 5 soothing deep breaths. Gently bring the knees in towards the nose. Maybe the feet land overhead somewhere. Maybe your knees are just towards your face. Take the hands to the mat. Gently unroll your body all the way into a reclined position, all the way laying on your back. Legs extend long, palms will face forward, face the ceiling. Planting the position of Shavasana into the subconscious. We'll be coming back to that. For now, we'll take the elbows back to our sides, press into them, extend the legs long, lift through the chest, take the top of the head to the mat, throat opening, chest opening, fish pose. 5 breaths. Press into your elbows. Gently untuck your head. Legs extend long, heels about hips width. Let the feet flop open from one another, palms face up. Honoring your practice with deep rest. Let go of any muscular engagement you have had in your body at all. Let everything fade into the mat. So that was pretty complete flow class. We touched every major pose group, pretty much every part of the body. By letting our body go and coming into a complete state of relaxation, we give our psyche and our body a chance to accept the practice we just gave it. And assimilate all of the new feelings and sensations in the body. From here, slowly bring your attention back to your breath. In your own time, in your own way, please come to a comfortable seated position.
Hands to a comfortable position at your legs. If it feels like an appropriate gesture, maybe hands to heart center. Together we take one deep inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Hope you feel a little bit lighter, a little bit more spacious, a little bit more energized. Namaste.